front row seats, raking in that cash, the court.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
They kick it out to Green. Fires the three. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And Mills kicks to Duncan. He feeds it to Green. To the inside. Back to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. The drive by Green. Duncan kicks to Green. Dishes it to Mills. And the three off target. Warriors trail by 12. The feed to Curry. Plenty of space. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Green kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Leonard. Shoots the three. And it's Leonard again missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Leonard on the wing. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Green with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And Leonard gets it to go.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Green with a screen for Curry. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. First free throw is good.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Tony Parker's checked in for San Antonio. And here's Leonard from 3. They grab their own miss. Out to Parker. Back to Green. Over Thompson. Duncan, the pass to Leonard. To the middle. And it's Parker in the corner. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
They get it back. They shoot again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. James Michael McAdoo comes in for Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. So it's the Warriors now. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And again, no good by Golden State. And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Anderson against Barbosa. Now Anderson.
Golden State foul. That's his fourth.
And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting for Golden State.
And both free throws good for Anderson.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy to have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투. 다 끝. 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. 헤야오 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 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치. 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해. 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질. 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네. 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여. 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협. 시간을 도모 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져. 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무. 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유. 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게. 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해. 마치 아파친 너 페이스. 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind.
Sono scorcia. Io. ¿Se me escucha? ¿Se me escucha? Pero tú pon partido contra uno contra el otro, ¿no? ¿Se me escucha?
We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the Golden State Warriors. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Hart. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard center. Channing Frye there with LeBron James.
Está mojado por debajo. Me cago en Dios, ni me quita esto, tú. Cago en Dios, ¿cómo va a meter los pies con esto, harta de la vida? Cago en la virgen. Te llamo harta, Mira, y se me oye en YouTube, Esto estáis viendo, has dicho. Madre mía. Mira, y se me oye en YouTube. Esto estáis viendo, has dicho. Madre mía.
Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando desse esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá.
¡Ay, qué cojo! ¡Ay, qué cojo!
A minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar, seja sozinha. É só seguir o sentido e despertar os picos floridos. Mas não, pera lá, deixa eu falar, né assim, para mim tem que ter valor. Não é só chegar e abusar, nem forjar, nem fingir que nem dá pra sentir o amor. Ó fita, ela não confia mais em mim, acredita. No conto das minas que pra mim foi mais chica. Tava tudo claro, mas a cena complica e a saudade fica. Então já era, já era, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Por quê? Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinha a dois, o resto eu vejo depois.
Joder. Espera a ver, hombre. Espera que me he equivocado. Ay. Joder. Espera a ver, hombre. Espera que me he equivocado. Ay. Qué mierda, ¿no? Se ve todo lo que yo hago. Buh. Vamos ahí, vamos ahí.
Taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes is the stretch four with Green in the middle. And it's Rush in at the three. And Rush with a clear path to the hoop. And here are the Spurs.
Well, for the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Thompson with the bucket. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Green with the block. Thompson passes to Rush. Kicks it to Curry. And he gets
Madre mía, vaya defensa.
off the front iron.
Ay, qué cojo. Dios mío.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day. And Thompson making all 9 of his three-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most three-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserve.
Here's Green. Leonard kicks to Duncan.
Ay, ay, ay. Mira qué puta mierda. Qué asco estoy dando, Dios mío.
Duncan, the pass to Parker. And Thompson sends it back. At the floor. Curry kicks to Rush. The pass to Thompson.
Me cago en Dios. Para eso juego, para dar pena y gloria y vergüenza.
To Barnes. He kicks to Rush. Some nice passing by Golden State.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more
Bueno.
tightly on the perimeter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Aldridge, the pass to Duncan. Nobody near Leonard. Parker kicks to Aldridge.
Vamos, joder.
That one's off. Still out of sync.
is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Major defensive laps right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Duncan hits to Green.
Nada. No hay
San
cojones.
Antonio again missing.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and
Va
straightforward
ridículo,
with
chaval.
you as he is with anybody else.
And here is Parker. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Here's Duncan.
Me cago en Dios, y ahora. 4 minutos para anotar. 4 minutos para anotar.
But now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on.
Yeah, you could actually
Para eso apago la play. Una puta virgen.
tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they get that first one out of the way.
Vamos, joder. Vamos, come on.
That went off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in.
Se viene la remontada.
Now comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Martin's checked in for Green. Chris Mills in for Parker. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Harrison Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Brandon Rush. Clark, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Muy lejos.
The three, Barbosa.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every
¡Chof!
Martin with the bucket.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the lob to the hoop.
Me cago en Dios.
Stolen by Green. Here's Clark. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push him, and then excellent execution.
Calma, calma.
There's the bucket. Good.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great
No, 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 no.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead, but and back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stance-wise?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
¡Vamos! ¡Sí, señor! Ya está, ya está, ya estamos dentro del partido, hostia. Vamos, vamos, San Antonio, vamos.
Livingston is up. There's Barbosa. And it's Thompson. Then there's Anderson Berger. And it's McAdoo in the fourth. It's Thompson off the drive. And Bergeron kicks to Thompson. There's the feed to McAdoo. Here's the three.
¿Cómo?
And Leandro Barbosa.
¿En serio? Me cago en Dios, qué canastón. Buena, Tigre.
Barbosa's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55.
¡Manu!
32 and 20 against the rest
¡Mi madre!
of the West.
¡Buena!
Mills with the steal. Here's Martin.
¿Entra?
And two
¡Ay,
fouls.
cochinilla!
That one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Me cago en Dios.
the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Buena, 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 Tigretón. Sí, señor, joder. Sí, no, se viene, lo vais a ver. Se viene. ¡Ay, mi madre! ¡Ah!
Thompson dishes to Bergeron. And the call will be against Lamar.
Si no he hecho nada, hombre.
That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
No, no. Tocurri.
For the Spurs. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Parker drives in. It's stolen by Curry. To the inside. Here's Bergeron. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. Nice steal. The elevation, Kevin, on the finish.
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Low block shot on the way. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Tony Parker.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Outside Aldridge. It's Anderson with the drive. 5 on the clock. Aldridge, the pass to Parker. Stolen by Bergeron. And a slam dunk by Rush.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Timeout called the Warriors. Now talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. Leonard, he's checked in to San Antonio. Spurs trail by 3. And a bench break now for the Spurs.
Venga, va, piano, 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 piano.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
No!
All that time on the way up. They'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And Parker, here we go. Aldridge, wide open, he fires. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And Green with the basket on the assist by Clark. And that's now 6 points for Draymond Green. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players.
¿Qué cojones hacemos, tío?
In the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
.30 seconds left in the first half. No good from Clark. Spurs trail by 6.
¡Oh! ¡Va, chapa!
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. Outside, Martin. Passes it to Dion. Outside, Leonard. Green with the block.
Otra vez.
It's tipped. Dion with the steal. And so that... Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's done.
Madre mía, qué puto asco. Va a acabar el mando de la play en la ventana, pero lo sabe Dios que acaba la ventana, hermano.
Spates sets a screen. Curry wide open. An absolute bomb from three-point range. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a three. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible. I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
Shot clock at 5. And Rush kicks to Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot.
Eso no puede entrar, macho.
That three off the mark.
Jodas. Buen Dios.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And it's going to be a 3-second clock.
For the Warriors, three-point percentage. They also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage three on the court.
¿Pero qué es esto?
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green.
And not known as a rim rattler. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, great with his length. He doesn't have to go far to get to that rim.
I tell you what, guys, he got it right there without a problem.
And how about 45% from the corner three? That is absurd, especially when you consider that the Warriors would put it up from anywhere. You look at the numbers from last year, and what this team did from beyond the arc was simply phenomenal.
To the middle. Here's Spates. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And they're running. To stop the run. Anderson dishes to Aldridge. Back to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. They grabbed their own miss. Parker with a clean look. Poked away. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
¡Pero falta!
Dishes it to Curry. On the arc. Spates kicks to Clark. It's Rush outside. Offensive rebound. Lets it go with the three. Good. Rush has got 5 now.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Me cago en Dios, era ahora, me cago en Dios.
Not allow a
Tu asco.
team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond.
Shooting from San Antonio.
You know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Dennis Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Martin. Green with the block. Clark, the pass to Curry.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
The Spurs making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And the first one drops. Stephen Curry hits them both. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And stolen by Spates. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And he gets it to go. Clark's got 7.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Diaw with the steal. And the dunk by West.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Ending the third quarter on a 15-5 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
Que va como la puta mierda
We're
esta.
getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Rush out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Ian Clark. Then it's Curry. And it's Spates in at the pivot, manning the middle. 3 on the clock. From deep. The shot by Curry, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Spates. West with the block. The drive by Green. And finished off by Leonard.
grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And Mills kicks it to West. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Duncan with the puck. Down low. Here's Leonard. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
How about this run there in the midst of on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot
¡Cago en
of
Dios!
right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the
No,
Curry shot is off.
no, es que reviente el mando, me cago en su puta madre.
Feeds to Clark. And it's stolen by Green. Ahead. No good.
Ahí va la hostia, Duncan fallando bajo el aro, venga. ¡Vamos!
His defense, deterred them from those plays.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Mills dishes to Leonard. He feeds it to Green. Inside. And there's the 3-second violation.
Cago en Dios, hijo de la gran puta. Se queda ahí en la zona, me cago en Dios.
No reason for that turnover to happen. It's just inexcusable.
Tony Parker's checking for Patty Mills. And Parker comes with the help. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
No, esas no entran. Si es Curry, entra.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
A disappointing trip to line there.
Eso no puede entrar.
Just one miss.
A puta vida.
It's not the time to be missing those.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Aldridge with it. Now Green defending. Here's Duncan. It's good, and he recovers off on the shot, so we will go to the line. On a 3-point play chance here.
We've seen Tim Duncan getting it done. 8 rebounds and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
Rush gets the bucket.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
To the paint. Here's Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's 11 points for Tim Duncan.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that cross to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make.
And the slam dunk by Spates.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys. But
¿Qué es esto, tío?
on that
It's the first that brings them within 5. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
the lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
And Curry, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 6.
You he's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Here's Rush. You know what? Duncan with some nice deep.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
Connects. And now they trail by just 4. And the slams up by Spates.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, it's just another fantastic dime drop right there. Certainly should make the highlight here. So I tell you, he squeezed that on just tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clay.
And better safe than sorry on that one.
Takes it to Rush. Outside, Green.
No puedo, estoy jugando en internet. Mira, está viendo mi partida en internet.
It's up a 3. No shot by Curry, no good.
Me duelen.
Here's Leonard. And that'll be sent.
¡Ay, por la hostia! Es que flipo, es que me da un asco esto, macho. Es que flip. ¿Eh? Se está retransmitiendo el partido, sí. Es que flipo, es que me da un asco esto, macho. Es que flip.
Puts it up off the inbound. That's good.
Oh, en Dios, vaya suerte, chaval. Vaya suerte.
This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.
Elige tú, Martín, tú primero, que has ganado. Espera. Elige tú, Martín, tú primero, que has ganado. Espera. Vale, pues bueno, la revancha con los mismos equipos. Vale, pues bueno, la revancha con los mismos equipos.
The Wolves contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. A look look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, timed for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Parker outside to the middle. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Green with the block. Thompson outside. Barnes with it. Here's the three. Aldridge with some nice D. Stolen by Thompson. And Curry has it in the corner. Can't get it to go. And the Spurs going the other way now. Green kicks to Parker.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break, but how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Leonard attacking. He kicks to Duncan. Parker passes to Aldridge. And he gets it to go. Aldridge has got his first 2 points. Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, Clark, his bread and butter, that great jump shot of his.
Yeah, that's something that every big man needs at high release. Really tough to get to that shot.
Rush dishes to Barnes. Another miss by Curry. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. It's stolen by Green. Dishes it to Curry. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And I remember when Aldridge first went to college, I mean, he had that clumsy jump shot. But he injured his hip and had to sit out a season. And he spent all that time sitting on a stool and really perfecting his form. I mean, he said his shot went from garbage to amazing over the course of that season.
Rebounded by the Spurs.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Leonard attacking. Parker kicks to Duncan. It's stolen by Green. Here's Rush. Covered by Duncan. Some nice passing by Golden State. And here's Green outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And even though Aldridge is deadly from mid-range, he's also conscious of not settling. I mean, he's that threat to get inside, and he's even stepping out to shoot the three every once and again, but he's becoming an even more complete offensive threat. And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend.
Yes,
They just handed him 2 points.
You got it.
Here's Rush. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting 5 a lot last year.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. McAdoo comes in for Barnes. Clark, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. He feeds it to McAdoo. Back to Barbosa. Poke loose. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Has ripped the ball. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, big fella. Throwing it down with a vengeance.
Spurs only used their preferred lineup for less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And you know the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the fifth most in the NBA.
The three, Barbosa, and he gets it to go. Barbosa's got his first 3 points of the game.
Lillard Limos.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Clark, the best to McAdoo. And good on the basket. Hook it. Livingston's got his first basket.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop the layup right there. Just too much of an advantage.
Ni un triple, tío. Es impresionante. Me cago en Dios.
As the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I just really like what we're seeing.
Venga, hombre. Tiene que entrar todo por decreto. Toma chapa, me cago en la puta vida.
On the court for San Antonio. Mills out there with Martin. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's West. And it's Anderson in the power forward position. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
No good from Clark.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that.
And finished off by Martin.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep
No, Bledar.
like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pond.
And you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
And in rush, he's checked in for Ian Clark. Then for the Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for West. Green comes in for Kevin Martin. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that wall.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. From deep. And Rush is good for 3. has got 5 now.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Parker gets to Duncan. Spurs passing it around. Passes to Anderson. 6 to shoot. The dish to Green. Here's Duncan. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system. He's a guy
Eso es una guarrada, amigo.
to be effective, and he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage.
And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw in the playoffs last year. I think, you know, he's probably one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin. He just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees. But being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
Rush with the steal. Here's Livingston.
Sí, con Livingston.
Off the mark. San Antonio trailing here. Got a piece of it. Barbosa with the steal. Top the key, Barnes. Takes the 3.
Desde cualquier lado. Vaya heavy, tío. Solo tira. Vaya impresionante, tío. ¡Oh! Me cago en Dios.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
And the Warriors making a change here. McAdoo's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Diaz checked in.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Spates. There's the pick. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in for Alt. Martin comes in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. And the Spurs making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Spurs trail by 5.
And talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote.
Come on.
Look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look.
Kevin
Just
Martin.
skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. But you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
No good on the 3. Pass to Leonard. And the rebound goes
Se
to
ha
the
fallado.
Warriors. Here's Clark. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Warriors on top. They're up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
You look at what Barnes has done so far. He's got 8 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes is the stretch four with Green in the middle. And it's Rush in at the 3 slot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Offensive rebound. Back to Duncan. Here's Green. And it's blocked. Here's Curry.
Toma ya, hombre.
And that will be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Curry dishes to Rush. And Green with the basket on the assist by Rush. And that's now 7 points for Draymond Green.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors showed just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
That ties it up. Parker's got 5 points so far.
Yes, sorry. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season, but he opted to tough it out and keep playing, and boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
Now Thompson still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And that one's good. Barnes.
You gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
Spates checked in for Harrison Barnes. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Anu Ginobili's checked in for Green.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Curry wide open. A three-pointer, no good. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Parker. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. And it's 7 points for Parker. It's Curry with the drive. The feed to Spates. And there's the pass to Thompson. Kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Here's Spates. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Pushing it up. Finished off the break. Ginobili's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They blocked the shot and recover it with a fast break finish. They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although had they won the last year instead of being the 6th, they flipped in the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Livingston kicks to Clark. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Stolen by Mark. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Pick by Varejao. Varejao setting the pick for Barbosa. All alone. And yes, sir, that one drops. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
You know, for the Spurs playing up tempo, I mean, they made that adjustment several years back, to their credit. Since then, they've been one of the more up-tempo and offensive-minded teams in the league.
And Varejao kicks to Clark. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Anderson can't get it to go.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Leandro Barbosa on the wing. And another basket for Golden State. And here's Mills. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Anderson kicks it to West. Here's Diaw. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's... And we've reached the end of the third. The Warriors... on top as they end the third quarter with a 13-4 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Warriors leading by 9. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. West out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in the point guard position. Duncan kicks to Aldridge. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
And the foul called on Daniel Green. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball secure. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Checking for Patty Mills.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Thompson again. Screen. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. It's hauled in by Tony Parker. Here's Leonard. Dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Duncan kicks to Aldridge. Spurs passing it around.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Parker's shot is off.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Green passes to Leonard. It's stolen by Curry. Pass break. Here we go. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
And you could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes.
Falta habilidad, no te jodes.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Duncan outside. Here's Aldridge. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got his 5th assist in this one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there. He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Parker's shot is off. Warriors leading by 9. Out to Thompson.
Claro era.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the
Esto es baloncesto, joder, señor. Buena.
In transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Good. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling. There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. And he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Green. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
That is a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Nobody near Barnes. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Ahí va.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now. It's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A 3-ball. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conduct.
No sé si reven...
In an orchestra.
40 seconds left in the fourth. Parker drives in. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Looking at the game Parker's been having, he has 12 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric. He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
And he gets it to go.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this one.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close the game out. Textbook.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Back to Barnes. Rush dishes to Green. It's stolen by Green. And now it's running. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt. But give him a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented.